Line judge is Don Nege. Joe Cantonese is the back judge, and the field judge, Wayne Mattis.
Riverview in the black. They will run right to left, and Fort Cherry's Rangers in the white and the red will defend the goal to our left. The opening kickoff is coming up. We'll be back. And Fort Cherry kicking off, as we mentioned, Riverview running from right to left. Kicking off for Fort Cherry, Jerry Anderson. He wears number 11. Playoff action here today. The winner against either Clairton or Monessen next week. Fritz Tamburo and Ben Ertlejack are back deep. Also back there, Jason Orban, who wears number 10. Fritz Tamburo down the middle. The kick is a squibbler, and it's going to be picked up by Lucas Heekins. And Heekins advancing the football to about the 42-yard line, where Eric Longstreth makes the tackle. Let's take a look at Riverview's starting offense. They will start with Skillen, Glover, Zanella, Ciora. Pika will take the place of Giggler, and it'll be Gilbert at tight end. In the backfield, it'll be Dujak at quarterback, Tamburo and Heekins. Ertlejack, the wideout. And Riverview, as we mentioned, at their own 41. The pitch back to Tamburo, gets a good block, wrapped up by Mike Nalepa near the 47-yard line. A gain of about 6. It'll be second.
The Rangers are for Cherry.
Probably closer to a 7-yard gain. Let's make it 2nd and 3.
Spotting for the Rangers, David Gossett.
The game just underway. The Raiders in possession of the football. Over center. Pitch wide to Tamburo, going right. Gets a good block from Ertlejack. Has the first down and more, and will be wrapped up at about the 42-yard line. Jeff Neal is there for the tackle. Take another look as Tamburo getting a block from Ben Ertlejack. And also in your picture there, number 51, Bob Pika, getting a block in on his man. Tamburo picks up the first down, the first down of the game, and the ball rests at the Fort Cherry 42. This time the handoff goes to Damian Heekins. And Heekins wrapped up by Sean Kessler after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. And they seem to be testing the left side of the Fort Cherry defense.
Well, they've just gained good yardage. Middle, 1 to the left and 2 to the right side. Good yardage on all of them.
Gain of 5 on that play. 2nd down and 5. It's short 5 coming up. Taking a lot of time between snaps on this one. Heekins and Tamburo are the 2 setbacks. And the draw goes to Tamburo. Tamburo up the middle. Tamburo still on his feet and is going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line by Josh Chichester. Big play for the Raiders. There's the handoff to Tamburo. That's the 40 where he is now.
Good block there by Gilbert.
Tamburo almost stopped right there, keeps on going, and then finally wrapped up by Josh Chichester. First down for the Raiders at the 15. Tamburo, this time they come left, and speed might do it here. Up, they're going to contain the run. He got 5 in the play. Tackle made by Mike Nalepa, along with Mike Vernillo, who's only a freshman. So they pick up 5 in that play.
Boy, I'll tell you, the Raiders sure have their ground game going, Bob. Nothing less than 5 yards all the way downfield.
Again, it's Tamburo and Heekins as the two setbacks for Dujac. Tamburo gets the call. Tamburo wide left, touchdown. Tamburo gets in for the 6th, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, that play, Bob, that was supposed to go off left tackle, but he saw it clogged up, went to the outside, made it look easy.
Yeah, there it is, making the adjustment. Getting the block from T.J. Skillen. And here comes Lucas Heekins for the extra point. And the holder, by the way, Ben Ertlejack. And the kick is through the uprights. And the Raiders taking the lead. We'll be right back.
Tamburo carried 5 times for 54 yards. And as I said before, they have certainly made it look easy on their opening drive. The Raiders on top 7-0. And it took about 3.5 minutes to get all of that done.
Joe Snatchko, the deep receiver, as Ertlejack boots the ball. Snatchko at about the 15-yard line. Straight up the middle, he's got an opening, and oh, what a hit put on him by Randy Gilbert. I thought it was 90.
No. I think it was number...
I was number 80, and Chad Bynum. Chad Bynum making the tackle. And the ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line. Good return there by Joe Snatchko. Now let's see how they line up here. They've got the freshman as the tailback. And the give this time goes to Sean Kessler. Kessler carries to the 39-yard line. T.J. Skillen, one of the first there, and Ciora is also there. So a gain of about 2 on that play. Kessler and Vernillo are the setbacks. And
what a
again,
hit.
Kessler. And making the play there was Justin Dujac, right at the line of scrimmage with an assist from Khalil Ciora. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 8. See where the either the Oakmont or the Verona Volunteer Fire Department is in action here with that big sign.
Well, you know what? That sign pretty much tells it all. The Raiders rule.
I thought that was for the camera. Quarterback throwing, and it's too high. And a good defensive play over there by Ertlejack.
Yep.
And the intended receiver was Josh Chichester, number 22.
Ertlejack on the defense for the Raiders, and it brings up 4th down.
A little collision there, but again, the ball's in the air, and it's anybody's ball. Back are Ertlejack and Tamburo for the punt.
Ertlejack shoots for Riverview.
And the punt by Mike Maroney. Fair catch at the 40, and the Raiders will put it in play. So the Raiders, with a 7-0 lead, have possession of the football for the 2nd time. And they've got 60 yards to go for pay dirt here. So they scored on their first possession. Heekins at the left half, Tamburo at right half. And it goes to Heekins up the middle. And only a couple of yards on the play. Nalepa and Schultz were both there. We have a Raider who is injured on the play, Ron Zanella. You know, Joe, for the seniors, this their last home game for the Raiders. But none of them have played more games at Riverside Park than Ben Erteljack.
It seems, Bob, that you and I have been calling Erteljack's name for about 1,000 years.
6'1", 185 pounds, capping off his senior year. 26 receptions to date, 484 yards, 18.6 on the average, and 7 touchdowns. By the way, he carries the ball once in a while. He's rushed for 242 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So, you know, I was going to say, Joe, it's a good opportunity here to take the break with Zanella injured on the play. So let's pause. We'll be back right after. I don't know if he's going to be coming back soon or not, or at all.
The trainer and assistant coach Don Frederick helping him off.
So for the Raiders on that last carry, they picked up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Now 3 setbacks. And a keeper by Dujak on the option. He keeps the football at the 45-40, 35-30, down to the 33-yard line. And finally knocked out of there by Mike Vernillo. Assisted on the play by Josh Chichester. Joe, good option play here. He's got Erteljack in the back. Never even looks back except for the one time there. And bumped out of bounds at the 30. So again, the Raiders in good field position. Now, somebody called a timeout, or what?
No.
The water boy started out there.
Yeah, he did, but they called him back. He wants to make sure he takes good care of his team. You can't blame him.
So at the 30-yard line, the Raiders with the football, 1st and 10 in that big game by Dujak. Erteljack this time gets the call and gets about 5 yards. All right, penalty flag here. It looked like Joe Pecora for Fort Cherry and Don Khalif.
Holding for offense.
So the Raiders guilty of a hold, and from where it took place, we'll see if we can pick it up. Boy, tough to pick it up there, but
they'll spot the ball just outside the 35-yard line.
That's a shot from the end zone camera, by the way, that perched to our right. So the Raiders now with a 1st and 15. Coming around is Erteljack. Erteljack looking for some room and will be brought down at about the 32-yard line. So they only picked up about 3 yards on the carry.
Well, that will look like it might lose about 10, Bob, but the Erteljack speed, he was able to turn the corner and to pick up 3 yards.
Erteljack giving some ground here from the freshman, Vernillo. And finally dropped by Josh Chichester. Boy, it is sure getting dark. Dujak busted play, keeps the football, now pitches back. Erteljack in the clear. Erteljack is down to the 10, at the 5, and is into the end zone for the touchdown. Pretty play, and well, talk to them and they'll say they practiced it all week.
Bob, that was a combination there. He hurdled like Jim Thorpe and danced around that last defender like Gene Kelly. Oh,
Talked to the Raiders, and it looked like they practiced all week on that play. There's Erdlchak slipping by 2 tacklers. At the 10. Gets by another, and the last man that can bring him down.
Yeah, he really faked Chichester on that, the last guy there.
Well, the Raiders have called a timeout. Now, if you were to be asked, and we were, neither one of us, I don't think, knew the answer, the most famous graduate from Fort Cherry High School.
Well, we know it now. I'll give you the pleasure. Go ahead.
Well, Marty Schottenheimer, and I don't know what year, what class?
Well, it's way back.
It's been a while.
Must have been the late 50s, early 60s. But actually, he was a terrific basketball player, Bob. As it turned out, he's one of the all-time great coaches in the NFL and the graduate of the University of Pittsburgh.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what the forecast had in store, but it does not look pretty. It is really, really getting nasty.
It sure is.
Here we go. The Raiders are going for 2.
Yep.
Duchek now pitches back. Now the pass, so at least they were going to try for the pass.
And didn't make it.
But they didn't quite make it. Now there's something. What is this, hail or what?
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever it is, plus the wind behind it, this is a monsoon here. Good heavens.
It is really coming down.
And you don't think for 1 minute these are diehard fans? Nobody leaving. Look at them.
Now, can we get the camera to the left of the Riverview bench on the near sideline? Bill McGuire was just over now.
Talking to the officials.
Right. So this is in their hands. A torrential downpour. And the other thing, if we can, you get an opportunity. The cameras can sweep the crowd. If you could get the camera behind one of the end zones to the left.
The end zone down at the other end there where the ambulance is. There you go. There you go. Shows you the people that are down there, and they're not moving. Bob, you can really love your team, but sooner or later you got to look for some dry weather.
Erdlchak booting the ball that's going to skip on the ground and be downed inside the 25 to maybe the 21-yard line. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for the Rangers of Fort Cherry. We missed them last time around. My apologies. In the line, it'll be Schultz, Bennett, Putnam, Lukanski, Nalepa, actually, and Timko. And in the backfield, the quarterback Anderson, Vernillo, and Kessler, the running backs. The wideout is Neal, along with Chichester.
I think the officials are taking this time out. Oh, boy. We really have some weather here at Riverside Park in Oakmont.
Unbelievable. Well, those umpires and referees that are wearing eyeglasses apparently can't see. Look at this.
Well, they can get an idea, Bob, just looking at that screen. And here in person, it's even worse.
Now the officials have called.
They can't be playing. Well, they're going to stall here. They're going to stall for a while.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and we'll see what happens.
Offers at 2200 Freeport Road in Harmer is the area's quality undercar specialist. When it comes to struts, brakes, and exhausts, call on Meineke. And if you bring it in, if you bring it in and give them the score of today's Riverview game, you'll receive a 10% discount. That's a good way to get a few bucks knocked off, Bob. The heating system is the only one of many gas burners in your home. With winter rolling into the valley, J.D. Heating and Cooling offers a full home safety check of all your gas burning appliances for one low price. For peace of mind and a safe home, for your family. Call J.D. Heating and Cooling at 826-9494.
Okay, we're still in the first quarter, folks. 5:19 to play. The game temporarily delayed until the rains went away, but now it's the snow. Here's the pitch back. And carrying the football was Mike Vernillo. And tackled on the play by Mike Catullo.
An official 19-minute delay, Bob. That's what it was officially, 19 minutes.
For Fort Cherry, it is 2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. The field is not in the greatest condition, as you can imagine.
You got to be kidding.
Jerry Anderson at quarterback. And the give. And I'm surprised at how easy he made it look. Sean Kessler finally hit by Mike Catullo, and another injury timeout on the field. Snowing heavily here at Riverside Park.
That looks like number 4.
And this is
I think it's Sam Glover.
Sean Kessler. Here's an everyday Riverview Raider special, by the way, from Valtry's Pizza in Oakmont. You get 2 large pizzas for only $9.99. 2 large pizzas at only $9.99. And all you have to do is ask. There are no coupons to clip. All you got to do is call or stop in. 2 large plain pizzas, $9.99 at Valtry's Pizza, 848 Allegheny River Boulevard in Oakmont. Phone 828-1421 for Valtry's Pizza in Oakmont.
Sam Glover injured, Bob, in that last play, and he's walking off.
Brings up 3rd and about a yard. 3rd and about a yard for Fort Cherry. And the Raiders,
I don't think. Well, if they give the forward progress at the line, he still might be a little bit short.
Garrett Moore appeared to be one of the first there to help him stack the line, but he did make the sticks. And a 1st down for Fort Cherry. Take another look at it. Pretty difficult to put an eye up on it, but there's the push by Garrett Moore. Fort Cherry with a 1st and 10. The left half this time getting the call. The Raiders put a big hit defensively on this one after about a yard. Justin Dujak on the ball carrier, Mike Vernillo. So it is 2nd and about 9. They get a yard on the play. Chad Minan was there also for the Raider defense. Riverside Park in Oakmont. The scene of the this afternoon's game. Penalty flag called, or penalty flag thrown.
Dead ball. Procedure.
Legal procedure
on the offense.
up against the Rangers.
2nd down.
So they'll march off 5. For you die-hard golf lovers, play your fall and winter golf at Oakmont East. The winter rates are in effect with 18 holes on the best public putting greens around at only $10. Carts available at the clubhouse. Offers hot food and beverages during those chilly or sunny days. Intercepted here by Ertlejack. Ertlejack coming to his right. Still on his feet. Penalty flag thrown and dropped near the Fort Cherry 49-yard line by Sean Kessler. Wanted to finish up if I could before they announced the penalty.
Clipping against the Raiders. On the run back, the interception will stand.
There's the throw by Anderson. And the interception made by Ertlejack.
After you change your possession, clip on the block. First down.
Wanted to finish up on this Oakmont East. Oakmont East Golf Course is located at the junction of Halton Road and Route 909. That's the Oakmont East Golf Course.
Terrific course, Bob, and I'm sure everybody looking in and listening to your message knows full well you're telling it like it is.
And if you golf on a day like today, you are a diehard. Here are the Raiders with 1st and 10, and it's Heekins who carries to the 38. The line of scrimmage, the 36, and Sean Kessler brings them down. The first quarter with about 2 minutes and a half left to play. Second and about 8 after the 2-yard carry.
Well, Glover is coming off there, so he evidently recovered from that little injury he had before.
It's been a long first quarter. Duchek back to pass. He's got a man out there. It's Erdelchak, and the ball is deflected. I don't know if that ball slipped out of his hands or not, Joe.
Slightly underthrown, Bob. A little bit more, might have had 6.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 8. Here are the Raiders on a 3rd down conversion. Leading in the game 13-0. Pitch back to Tambureau. Gets a block from Heekins. And the tackler, by the way, Jeff Neal, fights off the block from Heekins to make the tackle at about the 44 to bring up a 4th and 2.
Well, they're going to punt, needless to say, Bob. There in no sense taking any chances. You got a 13-point lead. The conditions are just absolutely horrible.
I wonder if the WPIAL might not go to Tuesdays and Wednesdays to play the games during the week where we have good weather.
Then they got to worry about the winner playing the following Friday.
I'm just, of course,
I know.
Here.
I know.
Here's the punt by Erdelchak. It'll take a Fort Cherry roll and will be down at about the 42. So Fort Cherry will take over with a minute remaining here in quarter number 1. Riverview Carpet and Flooring's pre-holiday inventory reduction sale is going on right now. Choose from a wide selection of colors and patterns and have it installed before Thanksgiving. Riverview Carpet also offers deferred payment plans to suit your budget. Call the Riverview Carpet and Flooring Company, 828-7847. Here's a gift to the freshman, Mike Verdillo, running wide left, and he may have the first down. Chad Bynum makes the stop here for the Raiders. Call the Riverview Carpet and Flooring Company or stop in at their showroom, 516 Jones Street in Verona.
Just a bit shy of the first down by about a foot. Second down and less than a yard.
Well, they didn't quite make the sticks. Just a tad, a couple of inches. So second down, not much to go. Riverview leading in the game late in the first quarter. 13-0 is the score. Chester in motion, now a penalty flag. Be a shame if the team is guilty of taking too much time. Well, it's against the Raiders for being offside, lining up in the neutral zone.
Good ball. Offsides on the defense. That's the first down.
So they advance the football to the 43 of Riverview. To set back backs for Anderson. And it goes to Mike Vernillo. No gain on the play. Very quickly, Khalil Ciora comes up to make the tackle. Gain of about maybe a half a yard. We'll still call it 2nd and 10. On 2nd and roughly 10. Here's Vernillo back to pass.
Going to be intercepted.
And blocking the ball down was Tamburo. The intended receiver was Josh Chichester.
And had Tamburo not tipped that one away, Ertl-Jack would have had another interception.
So the incompleted pass will stop the clock.
All right, let's watch
down.
this again, Bob. Ertl-Jack would have had his 2nd interception of the game. Look at that. He was right there.
Yeah. And he didn't know it, obviously. 3rd down and long for Fort Cherry at the Raider 43. The pass is caught. The 1st down to Adam Timko. Timko down to the 22-yard line. And Fort Cherry on 3rd and 10 picks up the 1st down. The defensive play for the Raiders was made by Ben Ertl-Jack. Or was it Chad Bynan? And they've got it marked at the 22. Here is the catch by Timko.
Nobody near him.
And Chad Bynan makes the tackle. So the 1st quarter has come to an end. 13-0 Riverview. Will be right back. With insurance, real estate, and professional bonds. So whether you're looking for that dream house or need your insurance plan reviewed, call the Thompson and Keene Agency. That's Tomlinson Keene at 828-3393. Joe?
All right, there's a handoff and going nowhere. Gilbert on the stop, and they're going to lose a few yards there, a couple of yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 12. Ball is spotted at about the 23-yard line. The field is getting, well, it's like a quagmire, especially in the middle of the field where they're at right now. 2nd down, 12. Fort Cherry in possession from the Riverview 23-yard line. Anderson, here is a reverse. And going nowhere. What a play there. Chichester, he got hit and dropped, and we'll get that number in a minute. I think it was T.J. Skillen. Boy, what a play by Skillen.
Another loss on the play.
You're going to lose about 7 yards there, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 19.
Well, the slippy going out here, Joe.
Oh, boy.
Look at Skillen.
He was looking for somebody to hit after he made the first hit. All right, here we go. 3rd and long. Anderson rolls right, looking, throwing, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, Gilbert play over there on number 89. Mike Catula really played that one very well. 2nd quarter is only a minute and a half old, and if you're wondering what happened, well, the 1st quarter took 50 minutes. 50 minutes, and not to play the 1st quarter, of course. There was a delay because of the weather conditions, and Bill McGuire and the officials got together with some lightning that was happening here while they just delayed the game, and after a delay, I think, of 19 minutes, they got back into action again. It's 4th down, and Fort Cherry's going to go for it. 4th down and about 19. Anderson, straight back he goes. Anderson is going to be hit, and down he goes. Boy, I'll tell you what. And now there's a flag. Well, let's see. I know that number 66 was there for Charlie Steffi, number 90, also there. Randy Gilbert, a couple of other black jerseys. There was a flag and personal foul against Fort Cherry. So they're going to march off 15 yards. The Raiders are going to get the ball in great field position. They would have had it at the 35 as it was. And now following the penalty from the spot of the foul.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the right team. That's a first down.
So 1st and 10 for Riverview. And let's see where they spot the football. Well, they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line. At the Fort Cherry 46 is where the ball is spotted. So the Raiders in great shape here, field-wise that is. They lead 13-0. Second quarter is a minute and a half old. Dujak with Heekins and Tambura in the backfield. Tambura has it. He pops through the middle, picks up good yardage, all the way down to about the 36-yard line. Stopped by Sean Kessler. So a gain of, well, close to 10 yards. It's going to be second down and a short one. Second down and a short one. Good gain that time for Tambura. He just popped right through that quick opener and got 9 yards. The Raiders ready once again. Same formation, split backs, Tambura and Heekins. Dujak gives to Heekins. He's got 5, he's got 10, he's got 15, and he's still going all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Mike Maroney finally making the stop for Fort Cherry. But boy, what a run by Heekins. He broke 3 or 4 tackles and got all the way down to, I think they're going to spot it at about the 12-yard line. So 1st and 10, the Raiders at the Fort Cherry 12-yard line, and the Rangers are in trouble with another score and the conditions being what they are, Bob. I don't know. It would be awfully tough. So the Raiders 1st and 10. Just outside the 12-yard line is where the ball is spotted. 1st and 10. The Raiders wide to the left side as Dujak gives to Tamburo, and he goes off the right side, picks up 3 or 4 yards. Well, actually, they're going to give spotted at about the 9, a gain of 3. And Dan Calafi making the stop for Fort Cherry. So it'll be second down and 7. 2nd and 7. For the Raiders, they have the ball at the Fort Cherry 9-yard line. They lead 13-0 with 8:40 remaining in the second period. Dujak set to go once again. Dujak to Heekins. No, he keeps it. Dujak keeps it, and he gets inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line, maybe down to the 3. Let's see where they spot it. Kessler once again on the stop. They spot it at the 4. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
Good
3rd
deception.
and a short 2.
Good deception by Dujak on the keeper.
There he goes right there. Faked the handoff, and then he came around and got good yardage. He got about 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and a short 2. The ball is near the 3-yard line. Set to go once again. Everybody tight. Dujak on the keeper, and it looks as though he may have it. Let's see where they spot the ball. I think he has the 1st down. Clock is stopped while the officials bring in the sticks. No, they indicate 1st down. Off Mervis, the referee indicates 1st and goal for the Raiders. The ball is at the, well, at about the 2-yard line is where they spot it. So the Raiders now getting set to take it in here and extend that 13-point lead. The ends tight. Gatula and Gilbert tight as Dujak gives off to Heekins. Touchdown! Heekins with the touchdown, and the Raiders 13 and 6 is 19-0, and they get set for the extra point. They go for 2.
Looked like somebody had his face mask as he was going across.
Well, they didn't call it, so It's going to be
maybe the chin strap.
probably a 2-point effort here. Let's see what Coach Kappa calls. 19-0 is the score. Sam Glover is going to bring the play in. It looks as though they will go for 2. All right, this time they're in the eye. Dujak. And he fakes to Heekins, throws out there to Erdeljak, and Erdeljak makes the reception, and the Raiders get the 2-point conversion, and they lead 21-0, and we'll be back with more championship football right after this. Took 6 plays, almost 3 minutes to do it, and a very comfortable 21-0 lead, and it's more so on the comfortable stage, Bob, because of the weather. 21-0. All right, let's watch this 2-point conversion here. Here is Erdeljak out there by himself, and he gets it. This guy is something else.
Look at that.
Tamburo is the guy that did most of the damage, as he carried 8 times, and he's got 71 yards. 71 yards for Tamburo and 8 carries. That's almost 9 yards a pop. Ball still rolling around, finally picked up by Stachko, and down he goes. Number 80, Chad Bynan. Geppert also there. They're going to spot the ball at about the 15-yard line, so Fort Cherry will put it in play from the 15-yard line. Well, Bob, I think this is the last of the local teams that we had going. No, well, Plum is still in it.
Yeah, Fox Chapel bowed out.
Fox Chapel bowed out. Freeport bowed out. Valley bowed out last night. Highlands last week. Here's Anderson on the handoff, and Dujak is there to make the stop. So the gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3. Second down and a long 7. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Riverview 21, Fort Cherry nothing. Tamburo was 71 yards in the first half alone on just 8 carries, and the spin move and getting the handoff and getting very little. Dujak was there, and Sam Glover also there. Mike Ranello on the carry, and he got very little. Third down.
What happened to the weather?
It's turning out very nice.
The damage has been done, though. The field is very, very sloppy.
All right, Anderson will bring his team up. He needs about 7 yards for the first down. Anderson is back, looking, throwing, blocked. Big Randy Gilbert got the paw up there and knocked that one down, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So Randy Gilbert makes the defensive play there as he batted down that pass from Anderson. So it'll be 4th down now. Just a shade over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. So we've got Tamburo and Erdeljak back for the punt as Mike Maroney standing deep. Going to kick from his 5-yard line. Maroney gets the kick away, and it's going to be taken by Tamburo. Short, and Tamburo still going. He hits to the sideline. He's at the 15, the 10. Bye-bye. Touchdown, Tamburo. Oh, my. 37-yard run on that kickoff return by Tamburo for the touchdown. Well, let's watch this one again. Looked as though he was going to get hit after about a 10-yard gain, but he found a little opening there, went to the right side, couple of blocks, and off he went. There you go. He misses one there. couple of people miss him there. One more miss there, and then finally picks up a Caravan, and he follows him into the end zone for the touchdown. And Tamburro, 37 yards for the score. And the Raiders, I think, are going to take a timeout. They want to talk this one over. What there is to talk about, I don't know. A lead 27-0. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this. For some reason here on the bench, and then Coach Kappa give him a nice stare, and off he went back into the huddle. All right, they're going for two once again, and Heekins, down he goes. I should say Ertl, let's see, that was Dujak, and he got hit. Somebody broke right through there and dropped Dujak. I think it was that Anderson? Andriola. Tony Andriola broke through there, and the two-point conversion was no good. The score remains 27-0 in favor of the Raiders.
Does a little slip here after, well, he broke through. It did slip a little bit, but the defender broke through. Well, let's take a look at what we're going to be doing at the end of the game. Our usual function, select a game MVP.
Well, right now, I got one in mind. It should be, well, he should be all alone as far as.
All right, we'll see. PNC
well,
Bank.
I guess it wasn't as obvious as I thought. we had three pencils here pointing in three different directions.
PNC Bank is where performance counts. It remains what, 27-0.
5:55 remaining. There's Ertl Jack with the squibbler, and it's still loose, and finally covered. I think Josh Nestor recovered at the.
No, he covered the play for
32-yard line.
For the Raiders.
Actually, yeah, Nestor was the guy that made sure they went nowhere.
And the kick did actually go to Maroney. Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Cherry. All right, Anderson is ready. They pitch it back, trying to go around the right side, and down goes the ball carrier. That was Vernello that carried, and he is going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage. And holding is going to go against Fort Cherry. They're not having enough problems. They got to get caught with a penalty here, holding, and that'll cost them 10. You know, while we have an opportunity,
holding
Bob,
on the white, 1st down.
While we have an opportunity, might just mention that Jake Kappa in the last, 3, 4, 5 years, he's got a terrific record going all the way back from when he started. But in the last 3 or 4 years, he has just dominated the Eastern Conference, and the Raiders have just, well, they have just won the conference year after year, and 1996 is no exception. All right, here we go. Anderson sends a man in motion, pitches back, and getting around one tackler, getting around two of them, and coming for good yardage, and finally hit and run out of bounds. Vernello on the carry, and Chad Bynan on the stop, and he's going to pick up a few yards, and actually about 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 17 following that 10-yard penalty for holding.
Dujak takes the shot, loses his footing, can't get back.
Tamburro misses one there. And Vernello is, well, trying to cut inside and finally hit over here by Bynan, and down he goes. 2nd down and 7. Pass, it's complete. And up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Looks like number 20. Or is that was that Timko? All right, Adam Timko on the reception. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5. 3rd and 5. The ball at the 37-yard line. Anderson ready. Pitches back. Going around the right side is Kessler, and he's not going to get the first down. He's going to be stopped a couple of yards short. Lucas Heekins making the stop for the Raiders. It'll bring up third, or I should say fourth, and a short 2. And what have you got to lose, Bob? You're losing 21-0, or I should say 27-0. So, you know, they may as well go for it. Trailing 27-0 or 34-0 really is no big deal, and they are going for it. All right, ready, Anderson, and a pitch back going around the right side, and down he goes. And the Raiders hold, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more high school football right after this. How about Randy Gilbert? Randy Gilbert on the reception, and he was covered like a blanket, but he got the pass, and well, he wound up with about a 4-yard gain. Well, make it a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Randy Gilbert.
Dujek had to thread the needle.
Yes, he did.
Getting that pass in there.
Clock shows 2:30 remaining in the first half. Riverview 27, Fort Cherry nothing. All right, ready to go. Dujak hands off to Heekins, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward for perhaps a yard. Stopped by Tim Bennett. Heekins got hit the minute he took the handoff. The Raiders, well, they do have one timeout left in case they need it, as the clock shows 1:55 remaining in the first half. Believe it or not, with all that bad weather we had, I don't think they lost too many people. Most of them are still here.
You look at the playing field right now outside of the mud. You'd never know it had
pitch back to Heekins, and Heekins is going to, I believe he's got the first down. Yes, he's way beyond the marker. Joe Pecora makes the stop, and the Raiders get a first down. They're at about the 28-yard line. The Fort Cherry 28. So 1st and 10, 1:27 remaining in the half. This could be one here to Ertlejack for 6, and that'll take care of things for the half. Dujak. He hands off to Heekins. That's Lucas Heekins all the way down to the 20-yard line. Well, now they say his knee hit the ground at about the 22. So the officials are screaming for a dry ball, and they get it. Clock is moving. 52 seconds remaining. 2nd down and about 4. 2nd and 4. The ball at the 22. The Raiders are ready. Ertlejack split wide to the far side. They've got a slot to the right. Dujak into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Ertlejack, right at the marker. Looked as though he may have gone out of bounds, but he made sure that that both feet were in. Not that he needed, Bob, just like he was playing in the pros. This guy's something else again. Oh, boy. Let's watch this again. Ertlejack will just make sure he's in bounds in the end zone. Now watch this. There he goes. And Ertlejack with the touchdown. 33-0. Oh, boy. Tamburo is going to come up short. Tamburo is going to come up short, so it'll remain 33-0. And boy, the Raiders are really, really riding high. Good luck to Riverview from Dave and the gang at Recupero's Auto Detailing. Recupero's will wash and wax your vehicle, clean and shampoo the rug as well. Remember the name Recupero's at 331 Jones Street in Verona, right behind Giant Eagle. For quality and professional service, call 9030. It's the most modern car wash in the area. Harmer Car Wash near the Turnpike exit in Harmer. Your vehicle is cleaned with a soft cloth method, so the surface is kept as smooth as can be. The Hydro Wash takes care of salt and dirt under the chassis. All vehicles are pressure washed at the Harmer Car Wash in Harmerville. Well, we've got 35 seconds left, and there's another squibbler. It's going to be picked up down there at about the 15-yard line. And number 21, Joe Schnatchko, gets it, and he is going to be stopped by Dave Upball. Makes the stop. So we've got 29 seconds left, 33-0 in favor of the Raiders. Oh, boy.
29 seconds remaining for halftime.
All right, Fort Cherry. Anderson is back, looking. He's going to be grabbed by Gilbert, gets away, and down he goes. This time he could not get away from Calio Ciora, and down he goes. And the clock is moving, and that probably was the last play of the first half. We're inside 10. Well, the clock ticking away, and it's going to be the end of the half, as the half will end with the Raiders on top by a 33-0 score.
I want to thank our many viewers for tuning in this afternoon. Whether you're watching this one on a Saturday evening or a Sunday morning to watch the action here at Riverside Park. The game started, on time, ominous clouds in the sky, and the Raiders had built up a 13-0 lead, and all of a sudden, the rains came, and soon after, the officials had huddled, and because of the field conditions, had decided, not really because of the field conditions, but because of the situation with lightning and what have you, that they wanted to take a small break, hopefully it was going to be small, and come back to action and hopefully not have to play this one either on a Sunday or Monday. The official delay time was 19 minutes. The game resumed. At that time it was 13-0 in favor of the Riverview Raiders, but they have since really come strong and have added on to the total and have made it look rather easy. They lead 33-0 here at the half. Obviously, with the field in the condition that it is in, neither of the bands will perform. We were privileged with the appearance of the Riverview band at the outset of the game, right before the kickoff, performing the school's alma mater and the playing of the national anthem, and they were in good form. So it has nothing to do with the bands. It is strictly getting out of that muddy field and trying to entertain here at halftime. So they have put up 20 minutes on the halftime clock. Of course, we're not going to be taking that much time with the editing of the tape and what have you. So as you're watching this one, it'll be a relatively short halftime. Don't stray too far. Mike Pavlik will be bringing us up to date on statistics here in the first half. And it is brought to you by Jimmy G's Restaurant in Aspinwall. Jimmy G's in Aspinwall has the perfect banquet room for your holiday party. The room comfortably accommodates 50 guests for your special event. You'll enjoy wonderful food, personable service, and a cozy holiday atmosphere at Jimmy G's. Call to reserve the room soon, because the holidays will be here before you know it. The number to call is 781-4884. 781-4884. Mike Pavlik has statistics on the game, so let's get caught up.
Okay, Bob. Thank you, and welcome back to Perry Como's Christmas in Oakmont. The first half stats, as you can see, have pretty much been the pits for Fort Cherry. 3 first downs to Riverview's 8. Only 8 rushing yards for the Fort Cherry Rangers to Riverview's 198, and a gaudy total to say the least. 2 for 6 passing for 30 yards, while Riverview 2 for 3 for 24. The total yards, 222 for the Raiders, 38 for the Rangers. And each team has been penalized 3 times for 30 yards. Personal foul apiece, a holding call apiece, and an offside apiece. Turnovers, Fort Cherry had 1, while Riverview had none. The total stats here, the individual numbers for quarterback Jerry Anderson for Fort Cherry, 2 for 6 for 30 yards. He's been sacked twice for -17. Mike Vernillo, he came in with all the publicity, but the Raiders have done a tremendous job on him. 10 carries, only 17 yards. Sean Kessler, 5 carries for 14 yards. Josh Chichester, 1 carry for -6. Adam Timko has caught 1 pass for 21, while Chichester has caught 1 for 9. For the Raiders, Justin Dujak, 2 for 3 passing, 24 yards. One of those was a touchdown. Fritz Tamburo, he's had the big day. 8 carries, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown rushing and 1 touchdown on a 37-yard punt return. Damian Heekins, 6 carries, 39 yards. Ben Ertlejack, 3 carries, 40 yards, and Lucas Heekins got the ball twice at the end of the half for 13 yards. Receiving, Ben Ertlejack caught 1 for 21, and Big Randy Gilbert caught 1 for 3. As the Raiders lead at 33-0. Quickly the scoring, Tamburo on a 1-yard run. The kick was good, 7-0. At 5:20 left of the first quarter, Ertlejack on a 32-yard run. The 2-point pass was no good, 13-0. They went up 21-0 in the second quarter on a 2-yard run by Heekins. Dujak's 2-point pass to Ertlejack was good, 21-0. 27-0 on Tamburo's punt return that came with just under 6 minutes to go in the half. The 2-point pass was no good. And then with 35 seconds left, Ertlejack on the 21-yard strike from Dujak. Tamburo tried the pass as he rolled out to the right. It was no good. And the Raiders lead it 33-0 at halftime here at Riverside Park over the Fort Cherry Rangers. And Bob?
All right. Jimmy G's of basketball has brought you our stats at halftime. Third quarter kickoff will be coming up right after this timeout. Nothing. Bob Tattern here with Joe Falsetti and Mike Pavlik to bring you the action and the story behind the game. There we go. Now that's the place where our camera should have been when the lightning hit. I'm only kidding, guys. Now they also, you know, they give us a story, and I'm going to let Joe touch on this a little bit here until the Raiders come out in the field and get ready. They did call an ambulance out here when they had that clock stoppage during the storm. What happened?
Right, and we thought that someone got injured. Maybe they fell off the stand over there on the other side. But as it turns out, I understand that he was struck by lightning.
Wow.
I don't know how bad it was, but the ambulance did take him and took him to the hospital.
Okay, ready to go as the Raiders will kick off to Fort Cherry. And that's number 20, Ben Ertlejack. With the kick, gets it down, taken at about the 20. And a big tackle by the Raiders. Dave Upfall on the return. Boy, Upfall came in hard, and he brought down Bob Smith. So they marked the ball on the 30. Let's see, 31, 30, 32-yard line. And Fort Cherry will put it in play at the 42. Here's the give, and the Raiders quickly make it into the backfield. Freddie Hartz, number 52, was among them. Let's take another look at it. Well, they lose a couple of yards anyway. Whatever it was, the Raiders had it spotted and had it spotted well. A loss of a couple, 2nd down and 12 coming up. And again, the left half with the carry. And again, the Raiders are in the backfield, and it was Dujak who made the defensive hit on the runner. Some of the crowd certainly has diminished at this point. So they lose a couple of more yards. Third and about 14 right now. And the ball is inside the 30, back at about the 28. They got to get to the 42. Anderson looking, throwing, intercepted by Tamburo. Tamburo makes the interception on the far side of the field. And the Raiders, on the turnover, have the football at about the Fort Cherry 33. Take another look at Tamburo going up high for the interception. Anderson throws, and there it is.
Starting to look like the Tamburo show here this afternoon.
And the ball is spotted at the 35, and it is 1st and 10. Up the middle is Heekins, and Heekins is stopped on the play by Mike Nalepa. Adam Timko was also there, but Heekins ripped off 5 yards before he was stopped at the 30. Second down and roughly 5. Heekins and Tamburo are the tandem in the backfield, and with them is Erdeljak. So it's a full house eye, and Erdeljak gets the call. Erdeljak is brought to the ground after a short carry and hit on the play by Sean Kessler, and Nate Cleric also on the tackle. A gain of a yard. 3rd and 4 coming up. Jake Kappa and his staff. Erdeljak this time sets to the left of the quarterback. Dujak is back to pass. He's got a man out here, but it's going to be intercepted. He had Mike Catullo out there as the intended receiver, but it was intercepted by Fort Cherry, and that'll stop the drive right there. Dujak stepping back, lofts the pass. May not have had good footing here either.
Well, the ball
interception is made.
Probably couldn't get a toehold in that ground the way it is.
Joe Snatchno it was that made the interception. 3rd quarter, 9:05 to play. Randy Gilbert on the stop for the Raiders. And it was Joe Snatchko who carried the ball and got about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Out of the eye. And with the ball is Sean Kessler. Kessler is dropped by Dujak after a short gain on the play. Couple of yards, 3rd and about 7 at the 18. 3rd and 7 at the 18. Pass is caught. The Raiders bring him down short of the sticks, though. It was Damian Heekins. Let's see. Let me get that straight.
Yeah, it's Damian.
All right. Now it was Lucas Heekins on Adam Timko, but it will bring up 4th down. They're about a yard short. That's Heekins right there.
They'll never get this play off.
I think what they did was not to count the time because of the exchange on the football
Yeah,
go.
that's probably what happened, because it's taking an awful long time.
And there are 2 players in excess of what they need. Now penalty flag. And they have
Delay of
taken too
game.
much time.
Rangers will march the ball back 5 yards.
Dead ball. Delay of game. On the offense. 4th down.
Fourth and about 6. 4th and about 6 here for Fort Cherry. And of course, they will punt. Jeff Neal is back to punt. And Gilbert almost had it. On the return, I believe
Jack.
this is
There he goes.
Hurdle
There he
Jack
goes.
down the right
Hello,
side.
and goodbye. Just that easy.
So it's a 39-0 game right now. I didn't see a penalty flag, did I?
No.
They're taking an awful long time here. Watch Erdlchak on the return of about 40, I think it's 47 yards. Is that what we gave him? Ah, 45, okay. There's 1 tackler. There's 2 and 3. There's
Once
4.
he turned that corner, it was a good night.
And good night. 2-point extra point conversion try. And they will be short as Heekins stopped short of the goal line. So it is a 39-0 game. We'll be right back. And we're set to go here as Erdlchak sets the ball up on the 40. The Raiders 39, Fort Cherry nothing.
Erdlchak to kick the ball.
And the kick is going to be picked up by one of the up men. And they're all having problems with it. And it's finally going to be down at about the 22. And officially down by Josh Chichester.
First down.
And so it will be the property of Fort Cherry. The Raiders, assuming they win this one, and it's a safe bet, will play the winner of the Clareton-Monessen game, which is being played today. Here's a give up the middle. Randy Gilbert, along with Heekins, putting the hit on,
Along with Urban.
let's see, number 21, Joe Snatchno. Carried the football that time. Snatchno, with a gain of about 3 to the 25, will make it 2nd and 7. And a whistle.
Flag on the play.
Good luck to Riverview from Dave and the gang at Recupero's Auto Detailing. Recupero.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 2nd down.
Down in 1.
Well, we'll start over again. Good luck to Riverview from Dave and the gang at Recupero's Auto Detailing. Recupero's will wash and wax your vehicle, clean and shampoo the rug as well. Remember the name, Recupero, is at 331 Jones Street in Verona, right behind Giant Eagle.
Snatchno with the football again off the left side. And apparently has a Fort-Cherry first down.
On the tackle. But it is a Ranger first down.
So first down for Fort-Cherry at the 33-yard line. Out of the eye with a flanker here to the right side. The pitch back. And a few yards off the left side.
Glover making the tackle.
For Snatchno one more time, Sam Glover, along with Ed Shulo, make the tackle for the Raiders. 2nd and 7.
About a 4-yard pick on second. And a little more than 6.
Anderson gets him out of the huddle here on 2nd and 7. Off the left side, Snatchno one more time.
About the 41.
And Dujak, along with Sam Glover, combined on that tackle. 2nd down and about a 3rd down rather, and about a yard and a half.
Josh Walsh into the game for Riverview. Third and about 2.
3rd down, about a yard and a half here for Fort-Cherry. 3rd quarter, 39-0. The Raiders in the lead. And this just might be enough for the first down. Once again, that was Fred Hartz at the bottom of the pile for the Raiders, but it is a Fort-Cherry first down. But Joe running the ball is not going to get him back into the game.
No, well, you know, it's pretty hard to get back into the game, Bob, with the score at 39-0. It's, you know, it's a matter of making some plays and trying to get some offense going.
Dujak and Heekins combine on this tackle on Snatchno. And again, the Fort-Cherry Rangers running to the left side. They're left and Riverview's right. A gain of 3. And make it 2nd and 7.
You know, you can't say enough about Jake Kappa, Bob, and what he's done down here at Riverview. Fantastic record. He's been really outstanding the last 4 years or so. They have won.
Here we go again with a penalty flag.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Championship year after year.
Offside, Riverview, 5-yard penalty mark.
Dead ball. Encroachment on a defense. 2nd down.
2nd and about a half yard. These officials here working this game, Joe, are working that microphone rather well.
Yeah, very nice. Should be auditioning for Hollywood when this is over.
Snatchno one more time and a very hard hit by Kaleo Ciora.
Bynum making the stop along with Jack.
Kaleo Ciora making the hit. And the ball is spotted at the 44 of Riverview. This is the first sustained drive where they have had the football for any amount of time.
Three minutes.
Well, this is their 11th play of the drive. The Raiders stack the line on this side. Well, number 49, Josh Walsh, was there. And this one's marked, well, at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, no gain. About 2 minutes remaining in the period. The pitch back and a loose football right into the hands of Dujak. Dujak going down the sideline for another touchdown. That thing was tailor-made. And Justin Dujac, I don't know that he's had a run that long all year long.
Well, I don't know about a run, but he certainly never scored a touchdown like that this year or any year for that matter.
About 55 yards.
Oh, boy. Let's watch this again.
All right, the quarterback pitching it back, and bingo, there it goes. I'll tell you what.
Right into the hands of
56 yards, 55. All right, we're going to settle in the middle, 54. 54 yards for Justin Dujac. Looks like he's carrying some mail.
45-0.
Oh, my.
Might be a good time to get some clean jerseys in there.
Yeah. Lucas Eakins with the extra point.
Eliminate the possibility of some injuries.
And the kick is wide right. No good. Well, it remains 45-zip. We'll be right back.
It's the most modern car wash in the area. Harmer Car Wash near the Turnpike Axis in Harmerville. Now, your vehicle is cleaned with a soft cloth method, so the surface is kept as smooth as can be. The Hydro Wash takes care of salt and dirt under the chassis. All vehicles are pressure washed at our Harmer Car Wash in Harmerville.
We'll take the players down there after the game, just let them walk through. Short kickoff, and
probably be a nice refreshing shower.
So Fort Cherry, boy, that last play where Dujac went in, still hard to believe.
Well, as he was flipped over, Bob, that ball just came right into his hands.
Let's see, the ball is at the 37-yard line for Fort Cherry. A run off the left side. Snatchko again carrying the football. Bynum was there. The principal tackler on the play. Snatchko slow in getting up.
Somebody is hurt there for Fort Cherry.
Well, looks like the runner. I think it's Snatchko.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the Raiders will take on the winner of Clairton and Monessen next Saturday at a site to be determined. And, well, it'll probably be somewhere in the middle of the two schools that will be playing. Of course, it hasn't always worked that way.
Let's say that Monessen is the winner.
Sounds like Mount Lebanon.
We've been there before.
I know, last year.
So time is back in as the youngster escorted from the field, and he's leaving under his own power. Third quarter almost about to end.
1:40.
This has been a long afternoon.
Long afternoon is right. We had that delay because of the weather earlier in the first quarter, in fact.
Anderson over center. First man across with a football and a first down for Fort Cherry. Snatchko, I believe it was again. And a first down for Fort Cherry. So the ball is spotted at the 40, call it the 47-yard line of Fort Cherry, and the Rangers in possession with a long, long, long way to go. And Heekins sticks a hand out to stop. I think it was Sean Kessler that time, number 24, who carried and picked up about 5 of the play. 2nd and 5 coming up.
"30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Now the give to, I believe, the freshman. That was Vernillo, who got tackled for a loss on the play. All right, if it was 34, we don't have him on the chart.
Bob Smith.
Smith carrying the ball.
Oh, I see it now. Beg your pardon. Bob Smith on that carry. He's lost a yard, 3rd and a long 6.
That is the end of
And that is the end of period 3. And the Raiders, with the rains falling, continue to hold on to the commanding lead of 45-0. We'll be right back. And a half.
You know, in the 3rd quarter, Bob, Fort Cherry ran 22 offensive plays, Riverview 3. Anderson hands off. And
Kessler carrying the ball.
Kessler on the carry, and who was that? Higgins?
Making the stop. Supposed to be no gain on the play. 4th down, 6.
So it'll be a 4th down and about 6. 4th and 6.
Jack back as the punt returner.
Jeff Neal, they're not going to punt. I guess they are. I don't know why, but they are. 45-0. Does it make sense? There's the kick. It's about a 10-yard kick, and it's going to be taken with a fair catch by Tamburo at the 35-yard line.
You know, your heating system is only one of many gas burners in your home. And with winter rolling into the valley, JD Heating and Cooling offers a full home safety check of all your gas burning appliances at one low price. For peace of mind and a safe home for your family, call JD Heating and Cooling at 826-9494. One more time, JD Heating and Cooling, 826-9494.
All right, we're ready to go. There's Heekins off the left side. It picks up 2 or 3 yards. Want to send out good luck to Riverview from Dave and the gang at Recupero's Auto Detailing. Recupero's will wax, wash your car, clean, and shampoo the rug as well. Remember the name, Recupero's at 331 Jones Street in Verona, right behind Giant Eagle. Now, if you want quality and professional service, call 828-9030. All right, ready once again. 2nd down and 7. And off, and no, it's going to be Dujak keeping, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. He'll lose about a yard on the play. Neal on the stop, and a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you look at your monitor, and you see the rain picking up again. It's coming down tough.
It started off nice, then it got real bad in the 1st quarter, cleared a little bit, and now it's getting terrible again. Riverview doesn't mind the conditions at all. 45-0, and a handoff off the left side, and a gain of a couple of yards on the play.
I think it was Ertlejack that carried.
It'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and 5, under 9.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4. And Ertlejack will go back in punt formation at the 30-yard line. Low snap. He's not going to be able to get this away, and he's going to be tackled back at about the 25-yard line. So the Rangers of Fort Cherry finally get a break, and they're going to start this series from the Raiders' 25-yard line. Low snap. Hurdle Jack couldn't control that slippery ball, and he was dropped.
At the conclusion of the game, we will name our MVP for PNC Bank. And now we are unanimous.
We certainly are.
PNC Bank, where performance counts.
All right, it's going to be Anderson, and taking the snap, handing off, right up the middle, and down goes the ball carrier after a gain of 1, Joe Snatchko. And he's going to be stopped by the center of the Raider line, led by Calio Ciora. 2nd down and 9. And a pitch back, and again, gang tackle, Snatchko. And again, Calio Ciora led the defensive charge along with T.J. Skillen. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 9. 3rd down and 9. There are 8 minutes remaining in the game, and mercifully this thing will be over. Anderson rolling right, looking, throwing, got a man out there, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I think it was Adam Timko that was the intended receiver. Couldn't hold it. In fact, the pass was a little behind him, to be honest with you, and it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down. 7 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the game. 7:41. Well, quite a few upsets last night in the WPIAL playoffs, and I'm sure that Fort Cherry perhaps hoped that another one would take place here this afternoon, but not so. 45-0, the Raiders of Riverview. Anderson rolling, throwing, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. All right, we're going to take a break and be back with more right after this. Against Fort Cherry, and it was against Jerry Anderson, their quarterback, who also plays on the defensive unit. He was ejected from the game because of the unsportsmanlike conduct. All right, we're ready to go now. We're down to 2:05 remaining in the ball game. And number 27 lost the ball. I don't know whether he was able to recover it or not. But Earl Belisario, and you thought that you had seen enough of Belisario's. I got a little news for you. Jake Kappa's got to be tickled. If the third one is anything like the first two, he's going to be in pretty good shape.
So the ball is at the Raider 45 with 2nd and 12 coming up. They recovered. I thought Fort Cherry was going to.
Yeah, it looked as though they had it, but everything has gone in the direction of the Raiders. We're down to 1:18 remaining in the ball game. 45-0. Riverview on top. Belisario on the handoff right up the middle. Josh Walsh is the guy that's carrying the football. He gets maybe a yard. And perhaps time for 2 more plays. John Scott and Tim Bennett was there to make the stop for Fort Cherry on that last play. And now it seems that both teams have a lot of clean jerseys out there. Both coaches are realizing that giving these kids an opportunity to get into a championship playoff game is something they'll never forget, and good move on their part. And handoff, and I think that is again Walsh, and he picks up 7 or 8 yards, and I think that's about it. That's probably the last play of the game as the clock is moving right along, and let's give Tony Andriola credit for that last tackle. The clock is going to run out, and the Raiders of Riverview will win it by a score of 45-0.
And our PNC Bank MVP player of the game, Fritz Tamburo. Congratulations to Fritz and the rest of the Raiders with a big victory at home here this afternoon. Now the postgame show brought to you by Thrift True Value Hardware. Thrift True Value Hardware, help is just around the corner. And they are the official hardware store of the NFL. We'll take a break, and we'll give you the story behind the game right after this. Or the finals. Where am I?
The semifinals, yes.
The semis, okay.
The not quite finals, yeah.
Let's take a look at it.
All right, the second half scoring, the Raiders, even though they only made one first down, scored 2 touchdowns. Ben Erteljack returned a punt, 45 yards for a touchdown. The 2-point play was no good. The Raiders led it 39-0, and then they finished it off on a 45-0 score with 2:11 left on the third, when Justin Dujak picked up an air fumble and ran it back 54 yards for a touchdown. They missed the extra point, 45-0 Raiders. And quickly on the stats, Dujak was 2 for 4 for 24 yards. They didn't throw a pass in the second half. He had 4 carries for 35. Our MVP, Fritz Tamburo, same stats he went into halftime with. 8 carries, 71 yards. He had a 37-yard punt return for a touchdown and an interception. Damian Heekins had 8 carries for 47 yards. Ben Erteljack, 6 carries, 28 yards. Lucas Heekins had 27 yards on 4 carries. Josh Walsh, 10 yards on 3 carries. And Earl Belisario had a -3, and Jason Orban a -2 as they were running out the clock there at the end. Ben Erteljack caught 1 pass for 21, and Randy Gilbert had 1 for 3. For Fort Cherry, Jerry Anderson finished up 3 for 11, 35 yards, and an ejection. He was sacked twice for -17. Mike Vernillo only touched the ball twice in the second half. The 4th leading rusher in the WPIAL was held to 12 carries and 13 yards. Sean Kessler had 9 carries, 26 yards. Joe Snatchko did all his stuff in the second half. He was the Lone Ranger. He had 16 carries and 34 yards. Rob Smith -1 on 1 carry. Adam Timko 26 yards on 2 receptions, while Josh Chichester had a one reception for 9 yards. As the Raiders continue their mastery here at the home field at Riverside Park. I don't think they ever lose here. I don't think they're allowed. It's in the city charter. 45-0 Riverview, and they'll go on next week. It's going to be a rematch of one sort or another, either a rematch of last year's playoffs against Monessen or a rematch of the conference against Clareton. Bob?
Okay, the postgame show brought to you by Thrift True Value Hardware, the official hardware store of the NFL. Thrift True Value, where help is just around the corner. Once again, the final score, Riverview 45, Fort Cherry 0. I'm Bob Tattert on behalf